Hey fellas, Onus here, and welcome back to With a Y, and today I want to talk about the Gameverse a little bit, because this pilot had like a huge pop-off when it first came out on the Glitch Productions channel, and it has like a really core conceit at the game world, or the show world that exists in, where basically all the games that like you like to play are planets, and that the protagonist winning is the destruction of that world. Like when you finish the story, the world goes away. That's very early at the beginning of the pilot, but it's a very fun premise to do like some fan art with. I have some concepts I saw on Twitter that I found very entertaining, where it's like, what if the game that already exists that you like, not a fictional one put into the show's world for the sake of like a storyline beat, existed that Kit, the main character, had to join? Assume spoilers for anything we're covering and for the Gameverse pilot moving forward. I know a lot of y'all have been begging for it. Undertale reference! Gameverse leak. It's kind of insane that this is real. From the 87 God. What the fuck? You mean I have to fight 3 of these guys at the same time? Dude, like, Sans was tough enough, bro. He remembers resets.
So I'd had this whole talk I've been practicing since you started doing this, but I have to go straight to the point. These guys, they came out of nowhere and said I need to train to defeat you, and they seem very worried that I might not. Something tells me that I need to kill you, not just leave you, regret your actions, and leave. So, battle start and uses his spare attack. I will get to tell you to go to hell as many times as I need. This is kind of a reinvention of the Chris where the fuck are we meme, where people would draw Chris and Susie from Deltarune in the art style of a given game and then just have Susie react to it. But in contrast of that, the reasoning for why you can do that as a bit is written into the source code and lore of the game. It's really fun. From Smokey Cat 1, so the new series looks fun. Kit, I don't think you are ready to know how incredibly fucked we are. This is a thing I asked myself a lot since the show originally premiered. Kit and Caboodle are from a game of their own, and presumably this game has power scaling. So what happens when you tumble into a universe that is just like so far above your verse? You're gonna help the villain? I don't think that's gonna go well, man. Kratos is gonna win. He's gonna kill that god. Maybe he'll get a sequel and you can run the clock a little bit more. But there's absolutely nothing you can do against him. And like you just saw this getting done with all sorts of different game franchises. As usual, whenever like a new premiere series goes out, a fandom will form around it very quickly. So you had Kit Bodega. Bodega is Kit's last name. Accounts just showing up all over the place. Why was 6 afraid of 7? Shadow Freddy was having none of that and just did the Viltrumite chop like straight through the midsection of this character. Genuinely, this is some of the flattest art I've seen of the character. Not in like a bad way, but like as in flat color. What did you think I meant by that? What are you? What are you? Type it in the comments right now, you son of a bitch. Also, be sure to subscribe with notifications on. Drop a like. I like when the number goes up. It's pretty much my main measurement of my value in this world. You had some people doing parody comics just to show like, yeah, you go to certain game worlds, it doesn't matter how hard you try. If you work with the villain, the protagonist is just not gonna like hand it to you. Mr. Mario, you can't save the princess or a bad thing will happen. And Mario's listening, but he's not really caring for what they're saying, and then he does the backwards up jump that you'd have in Mario 64 speedruns. And he just rips Bowser's head off his fucking body. He wasn't using it anyways. At least he's not using it anymore, considering his brain is disattached from his person. I had this question when I was watching the show, like, do Kit and Caboodle and the rest of the Farcade team ever run into a planet where the bad guys are just so irredeemably evil, the ones who they're supposed to be helping, and the state of the world is so fucked that they're like, you know what, we should probably just let this one get blown up, man. Like, it's just better for the people who live there. It's like putting down a pet or like assisted end of living. I don't even know how to describe this one. Like, you had people doing Invincible comic panel redraws that truthfully had nothing to do with the actual story at play, or like you can't even use Invincible versus the game as an excuse because Thrag isn't in that bitch. You just had different character parody accounts interacting with each other as if they were the characters. It's Thrag and Kit talking to each other. Your problem is you can't stop the hero before they beat the villain. I will help you. Tell me the planet and I will stop the hero. And then the planet will be claimed under Viltrum rule. Some will fight back, but they'll respawn. They'll be safe and not deleted. And then you had someone just inspired to make some fan art because like Thrag has been in the zeitgeist recently as just a character that has aura and can just take hits. She has me. I will stop the end of the universe by killing a lot of people. Somehow this will work within the rules of the game that we exist in. Rubber Ross, the creator of Gameoverse, has been very active on Twitter, just responding to all the different responses the pilot has been getting. I've already said it, but I very much enjoyed the show, and I can't wait to see more of it. I hope it gets greenlit. Apparently, the first Mexican Gameoverse meme. Thank you, Mexico! Just throws up the flag. And it's Kit, you know, as a cat. Bodega, which is Kit's last name. It's just like a fun little thing. On the point of games that
that are a lost fucking cause, dude. Like, these guys have to show up in some worlds that are genuinely, like, too far gone. There is nothing to do. There's no way that there aren't. These motherfuckers got beamed into I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream, the inspiration of one of their fellow Glitch production shows. From XWX, Not All Games Are Worth Saving. You got Gobbles the Lernosaurus literally crucified on AM. He's just torturing him. He's like, a flesh being that's not a human? There's gotta be a ton of new ways to torture this sort of thing. I can imagine this line in Schlatt's voice. I know it's our job to help this game and everything, but I think this game is a lost cause. It's obviously beyond saving. Let's just cut our losses and get out of here. One of the losses being Gobbles the Lernosaurus. Listen, I know he has like stacked intelligence that like makes him more useful the more that he's around, but fucking Christ, dude, we can find another one of him. There's gotta be an equivalent somewhere out in the universe. Of course, you had people power scaling this from the fucking jump. Caboodle parody account. Oh my god, where are you now? And then Gobbles is like, don't worry, Caboodle, I can keep her safe with my learning skills. You ain't doing shit. The only thing you do is end up like Humpty Dumpty, which is really rich from Caboodle considering he got isolated from the rest of the crew like at the start of the episode and he didn't even fix the shield properly. And this was the tweet that ended up on my timeline. I don't think you understand my true potential. Nah, I'd learn. Just a Satoru Gojo just plastered on his face. At least I think it was Gojo. I've never watched or read Jujutsu Kaisen. Maybe someday when I lose the last vestiges of what I pretend is humanity, I will. I also like the meta element of people putting these characters in games that already exist. From Blue Fish Cake, can you imagine how badly this was go? And it's the idea of the Gameverse characters having to go and save the off universe. Please, we know it's hard to understand, but in reference to the world ending if you beat the villain. Oh, I already know. I'm the fucking batter. I know that I'm controlled by a player, and I'm the protagonist that they're controlling. Wait, what? Man, I really need to finish playing off. I feel like there's the playoffs. There's just so much interesting shit there that I just haven't gotten around to, and like, you know what? I need to build my tolerance for turn-based RPGs, otherwise I'm gonna become a skag on the road. From 7th Boya Dynamite, you have Kit having to interact with Sonic the Hedgehog and telling him not to do some shit. Stop! If you beat Eggman, then you'll get a... It's not even like the end of the world she's concerned about. She's like, there will be another mid-game that comes out and it'll ruin your reputation for another decade and then we'll have to start a new movie franchise to recover it. We can't do a Sonic Generations every 10 years to save it, man. We have to lock in. Here's another one. The heroes go to Fortnite. It's Tung Sahur versus Tracer from Overwatch because those are both skins of the game now. Gobbles is watching YouTube brain rot. FortTube? This is probably a real video, but they changed the logo just for the hell of it.
I think we're in the wrong world. Yeah.
If I'm going under the lore implications based on what we know, Fortnite might be the ideal game world for these guys. Like, even the syntax might be interested in it because there's no true antagonist that if you beat the world ends. Honestly, all live service games are like just games that only have a multiplayer with only like the pastiche of a lore would be perfect for the syntax. I would give the universe of Fortnite to the syntax to train their guys on so they stop trying to destroy the rest of the universe. Like, sure, there's a winner of a match, but like it's like just all sorts of IP, villains, heroes, everything in between. It doesn't matter what the morality was. Batman can hold a gun now, just fighting it out for the sake of competition or to pass the time. Passing time is the only thing Fortnite has as its core. There is no end to this universe because there's no villain to defeat. There's no story structure because there's no story. Like, the League of Legends game world has to be utopia for these people. It has to be the last safe haven, like one of the only places guaranteed to not be destroyed ever because the ongoing competition is like the conceit of the world itself. You had some people doing fan animations really fucking early. Like, this dude, I think, made this animation before the pilot even came out from J Draws Art. Like, this shit is dope as hell. Check him out. Oh, dry fire happens, like, you know, 4 out of 5. And then the mustard dog drawing that Rubber Ross did. One thing I've noticed about Kit is that they are such a fucking OC. Like, out of any of the protagonists of any glitch show, the way that the showrunner and creator of the character in series treats them on the internet, like, is just like a scrunkly that they do fucking things to. And given Gameoverse has been in concept for 13 years, it's been getting worked on for a while, so it makes sense that Ross just treats them as like one of many characters in their fucking artillery. It's just very fun because we have like all these images of them that like weren't from the show but were from the mind of the guy who made it. Back to the character role playing, Kit, the account, was going, I don't want to see another planet die. And then Cecil's here, I guess. Preaching to the choir on that one. Listen, I've got a team I'm trying to put together. I can't do a Walton Goggins impression. You're just gonna have to forgive the idea. There were a lot of Smiling Friends bits where the team ended up on a planet that they just could not handle the power scaling of. What's the worst that could happen from Cloud? Look, Kit, I know it's our job to save this game world and everything, but this one's a lot lost cause. If we try to stop this guy, we're float. What? What are you talking about? Look at him. He's just a little buddy. What's the worst he could do? Kill Majin Buu. That's what, bro. He is outer-versal, man. Like, you just don't have a fucking chance. Don't even try. We saw Kit in Undertale, but what about in Deltarune? So this is the villain, and it's us. It's us, the soul. It's the knight and my dumb chud vessel Chris working together to try and stop me, the player, from doing my God-given role, my Toby Fox-given role. I'm sorry, man. Like, you got attack patterns, but like I could reset time. So I got this fight in the bag if you give me enough prep time being getting killed by you over and over again. And lastly, from R.A. Kungray, I think that's how you say it. Raccoon Gray, that's how you say it. Not gonna lie, I think Gameoverse is my favorite glitch pilot until now. Oh, this scene was amazing too. Yeah, I remember this being in the show, man. I remember watching this. Just Kit coaching Foxy on how to run down the hall and not get shut out by the door. Great moment. Okay, here's the plan. You always run down the west hallway, but the guard always closes the door on you, right? Well, now run from this side. I assure you, he won't expect it. Just make him think you're coming from the usual spot, run down this hallway, get to his office, and bang! World saved. I mean, guard captured. Those kids have to die if the rest of the universe is to exist. All right, that's all I got. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at @withany. Subscribe with notifications on so you never miss an upload. That email's in the description if you guys want to send me any video topics. Anyways, piss off.